Hello, and thank you for tuning into a moment in the Word today. I just want to encourage you to walk in the destination of your calling. Sometimes you may not feel like things are going in the direction that you wanted to, but there is a destination to your calling. I remember in Exodus, the 3rd chapter, when Moses realized the calling to lead Israel out of bondage was his destiny. But before Moses could receive the call, he had to first face some humiliation and some separation to receive the elevation in the Lord. So Exodus 3:1-2 says, "And now while Moses kept the flock of Jethro, his father-in-law, the priest of Midian, and he led the flock in the backside of the desert in the wilderness, and he came to the mountain of God, which is Mount Sinai, and Moses said, I will now turn aside and see this great sight, while the bush is not burned." Now, in the first verse, Moses was content in the work that he was doing for his father-in-law, not realizing he was about to receive his calling. But before he could receive the call of a shepherd, he had to first accept who he was as a servant. See, Moses had to humble himself before God and before a people who once saw him as an Egyptian king. 1 Peter 5:6 says to humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you in due season. See, Moses had to separate himself in the wilderness from the things that he was once accustomed to in the palace, because in the wilderness he found discipline to enable him to face his fears and understand the direction of his calling. See, Proverbs 9:6 say that the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the holy is understanding. And then after Moses' separation, he was then ready for elevation to walk up the mountain towards his calling. Luke 19:14 says that for everyone that exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humbled himself shall be exalted. And when Moses reached the place of elevation on the mountain in the presence of the Lord, Moses then received the revelation from God. In Exodus 3:10, God extended the call to Moses when he said, "Come now and come forth, and I will send you unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people, the children of Israel, out of Egypt." Today's word is, when you come into the fullness of who you are right now in the Lord, then you can then walk in the destination of your calling. See, 2 Timothy 1:9 say, "Who have saved us and called us with a holy calling, not according to our works, but according to his own purpose and his own grace, which is given us in Christ Jesus before the world ever began." So don't be surprised when people try to put you down, humiliate you. Just humble yourself before God. Separate yourself from sin and simply know that your destiny is in your calling. And what is our calling? As 1 Thessalonians 4:7 say, "But God has not called us unto uncleanness, but unto holiness." You be blessed.